Like to stand up for a second and just say, hey, say hello, Mom. Hey, look what you done. I appreciate you guys. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it. She wanted to be here, but she couldn't make it. So thank you guys for that. Let me turn it off. So yeah, bring the energy up, guys. I'm excited to be with you guys this next 2 days. As Tom said, thank you, Coach Tom. Appreciate you, man. As he said with the 5-day, as you guys heard, people had a lot of success, right? So we're gonna squeeze everything in 5 days into 2 days, right? So you're gonna get everything that everyone learned in those 5 days. You're gonna get the mentorship program in 2 days. You're gonna get everything in 2 days. Are you guys okay with that? All right, you know, sometimes I talk fast, and sometimes I got a big old head, I got one mouth, so I gotta make sure I got it. So I'm gonna try to slow down, but I want you guys to just be present in the room, be ready to go. You guys ready? Let's go. All right, cool. So, how to make 6 and 7 figures a year in government contracting? Who would like to do that? Yeah? Who's got their, I'm gonna assess the room real quick. Who's got their cage code, active cage code? Okay, awesome. Who does not have their cage code yet? Okay, 2 or 3, that's not a big deal. No worries. Okay, cool. Who knows who that guy is on the left? Vince Lombardi, right? Vince Lombardi. I wanted to start with this slide because, what is that on the right? What is it on the right? Football. Are you sure? Yeah. So y'all sounded really unsure. I was like, I think it's a football. Vince Lombardi started every single season with, gentlemen, this is a football. He was one of the most winningest coaches in the history of football. They named a trophy after him, but he had these grown men who played, Pop Warner football. They played middle school football. They played high school football. They're well trained. Everyone's talking so many good things about them. You got them, the incident in Miami with Tyreek Hill getting arrested. They're big-headed guys. Right? They know football, but every single season, he would start practicing and say, gentlemen, this is a football. I say that to say that at the end of the day, there are 3 steps in government contracting that we're going to cover this week. Do you guys know what the 3 steps are? What's step number 1? No, not those. Actually doing government contracting. So maybe you guys don't know. Nope. Kind of? Find a solicitation. All right, we're gonna get it. All right, I see we need some help. All right, that's why I did this. So Vince Lombardi, it's all about ladies and gentlemen, this is a football, okay? So let me show you guys. All right, so here are the 3 steps. Write these down if you don't know. Make a list, get a quote, submit a proposal. And we'll be covering, don't worry, you don't have to learn this all right now. We're gonna be covering this for the next 2 days in full theory. But I wanted to start off with, hey, what's up, guys? I didn't see you guys. I wanted to start off with, gentlemen, this is a football, because I want you guys to get back to the core. A lot of you guys are like, oh, I'm looking for the Coach Sheena play. What is she saying on the phone? What is the exact word she's doing? Or what is Coach Chrissy, what is she putting in? Is she using an AI bot? What's the prompt? What's this exact thing? I promise you guys, is step 1, step 2, and step 3, and just doing it more often. That's really what it's gonna be about this whole next 2 days. So, when I say this is a football, I want you guys to say step 1. So this is a football, then you guys say step 1. This is a football, step 1. This is a football, step 2. No, read it out loud. Make a list. So this is a football, step 1. This is a football. This is a football. Those are the 3 things. You guys got those 3 things? So no matter what, you're gonna leave here doing that, correct? Yeah. All right. So with that being said, I'll do my typical results disclaimer. You're gonna hear a lot about different money, people making 6 and 7 figures. We can't make any guarantees you're gonna get rich tonight. It doesn't work that way. It's government contracting. You gotta put the work in to get the money. So all that stuff here. So you guys heard my history. You heard about what I've been awarded, all that good stuff. I want to tell you some more about, some of you guys might have seen these slides before, some of you guys haven't, but I want to tell you about some of our students, like Donovan. He attended one of our 30-day challenge and then got into the mentorship program, won 2 contracts out the back. One of those contracts was netting him $100,000 a year profit for HVAC cleaning in California. California. Who here wants to be a middleman? Yes. Y'all came to be a middleman, right? So the whole idea is that we're not actually doing the physical work, right? We're still working. We're not doing the physical work. So who is this for? Any business owners in the building? Yes. You guys are all business owners. Now, I'm gonna get into my story for a second. Can I get that water, that core water? Need some water. I'm gonna get to my story in a second. And I want to ask you guys, who here is sick of doing what they're currently doing? You're looking for something different? Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah? 2 hands? Yes. To be honest with you. Okay. Okay. So the government will pay you, thank you, Tom, appreciate it. The government will pay you thousands and thousands for skill sets you don't have. Who's here is the first time you see me on this stage? I'm just curious. Not first time you see me in person, but first time you ever see me. Yeah? Okay, cool. So the government will pay you thousands and thousands and thousands for skill sets you don't have. And the reason I have this picture here, as you see on the left, it's a man in the cloth, right? It's a Catholic person. My first contract was for Catholic services in the federal prison in California, right? I'm gonna tell you guys 2 things. I live in Ohio, and I'm also not Catholic. I did that with the middleman strategy. Also, on Monday, I did win 3 contracts. One was for repainting a Cessna plane. Do I know how to do that? No. One was for AC install in Hawaii, and one was for a security system install in Cleveland. Again, I have no skill sets in that, but I know that the government will pay you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for skill sets you don't have. And that should be good news for you guys. So my goal for this event is for you guys to win your first contract by following a proven system. So we're gonna lay out that proven system for you guys this week. Is that okay? Awesome. So again, there's some things on the screen here, just some award letters or some things that I've won, things of that nature, some emails that I've gotten. I could have got some screenshots from one Monday, but I didn't take screenshots yet. So that's just some screenshots of there. But if you guys don't know how I got into this, I was a school teacher for 8 years. I taught special education in Cleveland, Ohio, and that's what I was doing up until COVID, and that's kind of how I got to this. Now, this is what people think about teachers. This is kind of how people look at teachers. And I love what I did, guys. I love what I did as a school teacher. I taught special education, K through 12. I also taught English online to kids in China. So on the picture on the right, that's actually an early morning picture. That's probably I don't know, 7 a.m., 8 a.m. because there's a 12-hour time difference. So I'm teaching kids English online, and also on the left, I'm also working my day job, doing school teaching. So I would say I'm pretty busy. Who here thinks they're pretty busy? Yeah? Okay. The good news is you can still be successful in this even if you're busy. As you guys are gonna learn, my first contracts were in California, Nevada, Washington State. And what state do I live in? Why did I do that? Time zone. We work in all time zones. This is a 24/7 business. So if you feel like, oh man, I work in the East Coast and I got this 9 to 5, what am I gonna do? Well, just call California. That's what I did. Now I learned there's a thing called voicemail, so it doesn't really matter. You can work in any time zone, but when I first got started, I was working in the West Coast time zone. But this is what I did, guys. I saw this funny picture. I actually found this last night. It says, first day back, love teaching from home, top half business, bottom half comfort. This is literally, that picture right there, I'm in my apartment in Cleveland. This is before government contracting. This is during COVID, so this is 2020. And I'm just like, wow, we've come a long way since then. So I just wanted to show you guys kind of where I came. I'm just an average dude. That's why I'm I got a polo, some slacks. I'm a school teacher. That's just who I am. So I want to just kind of show you guys where I came from. These are just some more of my kids. So I do miss these kids. I love what I did teaching, but now I get to teach you guys. So I'm having a lot more enjoyment. So I really do appreciate that. But now with teaching, I was like, got a master's degree at that time, came out all this debt. But I'm like, this is stressful, and I'm making $50K a year at the top of my career. $50K a year. I'm like, this is cool, but I wish there could be more. Anyone want more in their life? Just a little bit more. Like, that's all I want, just a little bit more. And I'm like, man, as a school teacher, things are tough. Obviously, as you guys see in the news, I mean, kids are kicking teachers, fighting teachers. It's getting bad. It's getting rough. So I was like, I got to find a way to get out of here. So luckily, COVID happened. Not luckily COVID happened, but COVID happened. Then I saw the opportunity of government contracting. But I realized this. I said, you know what? I have a thing called golden handcuffs. Anyone know about golden handcuffs? I'll tell you. Golden handcuffs are what some of you guys have in your day-to-day job, meaning that you're making enough that you don't quit and just to stay there and stay at your job. That's kind of what I found out. I was like, wow. When I was teaching, I found there was a term called rehire. Well, no, what is it? Retire, rehire. You ever heard that? You heard the term before? Okay, it's not just in education? I thought it was just in education. Okay. Retire, rehire. So in teaching, there's a thing called retire, rehire. That means that the folks work all their years teaching, then they retire, and then they come back to the school and get rehired. And they're like double dipping. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get that. But I'm like, wait, so you're still here? I was like, I thought when we're done, we're retired. They said, well, yeah, no, I'm bored. I'm like, okay, you're bored? Sure. So when I saw that, I said, wait, so that's my future. I'm gonna work here for 30 years, then I'm gonna retire. You gotta make a phone call? I'm gonna retire, rehire. I said, I don't wanna do that. Does anybody else wanna do that? And if you do, that's okay. I mean, if you love your career, I mean, it's all good. For me, I was like, I got to do something different. That's the golden handcuffs. I said, I got to do something different. So what I kept doing is I kept consuming, I kept looking at stuff on the internet. I'm sure you guys, who here has tried affiliate marketing? Yeah, who here has tried network marketing? Who here has tried Airbnb, Turo, what is it? All the different things making money out there. Investing. Nothing wrong with them. There's a million and one ways to make $1 million, right? So there's a millionaire in all those different businesses. I'm not here to knock any of those business models. I just had to find one that worked for me. As a school teacher, I met Devin Shans and all that good stuff. But as a school teacher, I found this. This is how I got, now you guys, right, where's this going? This is how I got into the middleman concept. Does anyone know what this is? Pallets. Yeah, 4840 pallets. I found a course by a guy named John, paid some money for his course. I went out and paid $5K for the course. Are you guys, my mic messing up? We good? So I paid, well, it was a small room, so you guys got me. So I invested like $10K to get into this hustle here, or this business. But while I was a school teacher, I found the middleman concept at the local level. And if you guys don't know what this is, basically, it's like going to a factory or a company and saying, hey, you got those pallets in the back, can I have them? Or those boxes in the back, those crates in the back, can I have them? They say, yeah, they're free, just come take them. I'm like, really? All right, cool. So I would take them and I would go, hey, can you load my truck up? They would say, yeah, sure, we'll load the truck up. They'll load my truck up, and then I will go sell those pallets to other companies or locals for different things. Like these crates here in the middle, I sold those for gardens. Like I would go sell them for like 40, 50 bucks a piece. And I would get hundreds of those. Like this is like a weekly thing I was doing. Now this is cool, right? I'm making money and I'm making cash, a lot of cash. Sometimes there's checks, but a lot of cash. So it felt really good, but there's two things that happen in the city of Cleveland. One, it gets very cold in Cleveland. And this is an outdoor thing, right? You're outside, sometimes you're slinging things, you're putting things on the truck. So one, it got cold, and two, it was just me and my truck and my little dog. Anyone heard my dog barking in the videos? Y'all seen my dog before? My little Yorkie, I got a little 6-pound Yorkie. Or my wife's got a Yorkie, but he really is my Yorkie because he's always with me. But anyway, yeah, guard dog. Yeah, he rolled me in the truck at all times. So it was just me and the dog, but I realized when I'm not moving that truck, I'm not making any money. So that's another thing. It's like, it's the middleman concept. I am a middleman, but I'm not making money. So again, these are just some of the things that we're doing. Like these are literally pictures of what I had. Those are the crates on the left that I was selling. And I had a lot of good time. One year, I did close to 6 figures in profit, actually, from pallet flipping. I'm not here to tell you guys to get into pallet flipping. This is not a pitch for pallet flipping. If you are, anyone in pallet flipping? Anyone? No? Okay. You are? Okay, yeah. You know the pallet flipping world. Yeah. Are you with John's course? You was in the group, John's course. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. So you know it. But I'm not here to convince you guys to do palifibbing, but that's how I got into government contracting. But I said I got to keep learning. I got to see what else is out there. Palifibbing is great, but I'm like, yo, my back is hurting. I said I can't be out here doing this. So I found eventually government contracts, the reason you guys are here. And I can tell you, I discovered when I first got into government contracting, the hard way of doing government contracting. What is this here? Spending, time and time watching YouTube videos, thinking you need, who here has a capability statement? Some of y'all know why I asked that question. Okay. All right, websites, certifications, paperwork. How do you go back? So that was the hard way of doing government contracting. That's like not the non-middleman way of doing government contracting. Hey, what's up? It's Dr. West here. I hope you are enjoying the content that we got coming at you. Give me 2 seconds. Don't skip it. Oh yeah, you can't. Listen, my students have been awarded over $60+ million in government contracts. Y'all, I've only been coaching about 1.5 years. So listen, if you want to get part of the program, you want to be part of the program, you want to join and find out what we got going on, here's what I got for you. Go to www.thecontractingblueprint.com. We are now opening up spots for phone calls. So what we do is we have a free 45-minute, hour phone call with myself and my team members. Now, I can't be on every call, so I do have team members that take some of the calls as well. But book a free phone call. We'll answer your questions on government contracting, the middleman style, and we will tell you about our program and our coaching platform, and you can make a decision if you're a good fit to work with us and we're a good fit to work with you. I look forward to speaking with you guys on the phone, and my team looks forward to speaking with you guys as well, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace. And then, as you guys might not know what this is, but this is like a old school way of doing government contracting, old school trajectory, and all this different work you got to do. Luckily, we're in the middleman concept, right? So all these long hours in universities and blogs and articles, I said there's got to be a better way. And I know my team is like, what's always talking about him? But I'm like, I'm going to say it like it is. My mentor, first name, last name, Jay White. Anyone know who that guy is? Jay White. My mentor came to Cleveland 4 years ago, had a little room in a hotel. I think it might have been like 5 people in that room, and changed my life. Changed my life. He walked in the room, told me what he was doing in government contracting. I told him what I was doing in Palace. He said, Wesley, why don't you just do that at the federal level? I said, what do you mean? Changed my life, guys. Changed my life. So I want to give him his flowers. Shout out to Jason White. Still in my life now. My mentor to this day. Still coaching me to this day. He's actually now been awarded over $100 million. So this slide is old. I know, so he's killing it. He's killing it. But anyway, once you meet someone, so my point is, once you meet someone and you find a proven system, what you want to do is actually invest and actually make that decision to work with them. That's what I did. So what happened for me? Within 30 days, I won my first contract. 30 days of getting the cage code. And then what did I win? My next contract was like 60 days later. Then my next contract was another 60. It was like every month and a half after that is when I won a contract. But I won my contract in my first 30 days. Who here would like to win their first contract in 30 days from now or sooner? Yeah? All right, that's the type of speed we're gonna tell you guys, because we're always teaching speed. We're telling you guys how to go faster. How you doing? How to go faster, how to get going. So what are our 3 steps again? All right, make a list, get a quote, submit a proposal. Again, we're gonna be really harping on that all these next 2 days, but I promise you guys, to win my first contract in 30 days, that's all I did over and over and over and over again. I think I might have submitted, I don't know, 10, 15 proposals my first month, and that's how I won my first contract. Now, obviously, I don't show these to impress you. I show these to impress upon you that life is different. Once you start winning government contracts, you can start doing some fun things. Got my brother there. We had our trip to Dubai last year. Took my mom to Dubai. Had a great old time. And we've been doing some traveling. But again, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to show you guys that once you get into government contracting, the difference now is I'm no longer trying to flip pallets and go to the school to make money. I won my 3 contracts on the flight from Atlanta to here on Monday. Like I'm in the plane. I'm like, oh, I got an award letter. Oh, I got another award letter. And then I think the next day we realized there was a 3rd award letter. And that was on the plane from Atlanta to here. So you can do that. And actually, I think even, what was it, Monday or something, I think I got a call from the government. Hey, are you going to sign this award letter? I'm like, I've been busy. Like, my bad. Go get that award letter signed. So like things, it's fun. But anyway, took my family to Disney. We did a Hawaii. This is a really good photo. That's my mom on the right. That's my mother-in-law on the left. So funny story behind this. This was Dubai last year. My mother-in-law was in town, and me and my wife already had a trip planned for Dubai. And because the government contracted, I'm like, well, my mother-in-law's in town from China. I said, you want to come to Dubai? She said, yeah, let's go. I said, all right. So my mother-in-law's going. Then my mom finds out, wait, what? You taking who to Dubai? I said, she said, can I come? I said, yeah, Mom, you can come. So then my mom come. So it was supposed to just be me and my wife and my brother and my friends, but it's like, all right, we're bringing my mothers. But I did that in a win. We bought those tickets like literally like a week before for both mother-in-laws, my mom and mother-in-law. So that's possible with government contracting, So I'm just saying, it was funny. My mom, if she was here, y'all would love her. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it here, but she wanted to be here. So anyway, y'all, that's just the beautiful thing. I think that was Jamaica, me and my wife. So anyway, the government will pay you thousands and thousands of dollars for skill sets you don't have. So you guys should be happy about that. I don't know how to paint a Cessna or strip the paint and paint a Cessna. I have no clue about it. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you guys where the Cessna is at. I have no clue. The 2 contracts I do. The other one, I'm like, dang, where's that Cessna? I don't know. Because you don't have to have the skill set. So you guys should be happy about that. I want you guys to make that sink in. Remember that when you're pulling up your opportunities today, when you're making a list, I want you to remember, oh, I see this one for, I don't know, microscope repair. Oh, no, I'm not going to bid on that. That's going to be too hard. What do you mean? You don't have to have the skill sets. You have to know the process, and we're going to teach you the process, okay? So real quick, I'm going to go over the 3 secrets of government contracting, which you guys kind of know, but I'm going to go over the 3 secrets here real quick so you guys can get it laid out here. So these are the 3 secrets. Let me just go through them real quick. So no website, no capability statement, no experience, no problem. Do you guys know this? Are we all familiar with this? If not, you should know it now. So who here said they had a capability statement? Okay, so go ahead and toss that in the trash because you don't need that, all right? I don't have a capability statement. I don't have a website. My team members, my coaches, they don't have capability statements. We don't have websites. We will make a capability statement if we need one, but we don't have one. So if you guys don't know that, we don't have one. And the reason we don't have one, we'll tell you about later. Actually, we'll get into that. So, you got the big boys in Lockheed Martin. You got the big boys in government contracting. I ain't going to say who, but we got some coaches getting involved in the war dog stuff, so that's cool, too. I'm not involved in the war dog stuff, but, some people are, so that's cool. But these are all the big boys in government contracting, all the big companies, all the ones who are doing it at the $1 trillion scale. As some of you guys may or may not know, well, you can still dabble in this. Some of you guys may not know, my mentor, Jason White, got a contract for missiles. And they called him up. They said, because he's been doing a lot of government contract. They called him up and said, could you secure the missiles? Who do you guys think he got the missiles from? He got them from Boeing, actually. I didn't know Boeing even made missiles. But this is a guy from Baltimore, Maryland, and the government's calling him about missiles. Can y'all believe that? When I learned that, I said, get out of here. That's what's possible with government contracting. So, like I said, guys, you don't need to have the skills, but you are going to partner with subcontractors, and we're going to teach you guys how to do that. You don't need to have capability statements. I don't know why that slide got there. That's Coach Trinell in Dubai. We had a good time. All right, secret number 2, how to win contracts without proposal writers. Now, who here is like, man, if only I had a template, I'll be good to go. I saw the hand go. I saw it. If only I had a template, I'll be good to go. I promise you, we're going to equip you guys with enough skill sets that you can submit proposals hand over fist today and tomorrow. I guess tomorrow's our live submitting. But I promise you guys, you're not going to need a template. I promise you, you need a blueprint. You need a framework of submitting. And we're going to show you guys that throughout these next 2 days, okay? So this whole picture here of like, oh my goodness, the paperwork. Who here is like afraid of the paperwork? Be honest. I see you, Ro. I see you. Be honest. The paperwork can be scary. You can open up these opportunities, and it's 100 pages. It can be tough, but I promise you guys this. Once you learn the skill set, you can find what you need out of these opportunities in 90 seconds or less. And you guys are gonna get that skill set in these next 2 days. So these people out here, anyone ever got hit up by a proposal writer or people trying to like, hey, pay me money to write proposals? Yeah, no? Yeah, someone hit you up? Yeah, don't waste your money on it because you don't need a proposal writer. You can do your proposals yourself. You don't need that. So we're gonna make the process really simple and simplify it. Tᴜᴜ came to an in-person training. Now, but just so you guys know, and give me some grace here, this is the first time we've done the in-person training at this scale. However, a few years ago, I went to Chicago, I went to Atlanta twice, I went to DC, I went to Miami, and I have like 8 people in the room. So I did do stuff on those small scale. This is like a big scale for me, so give us some grace on if we make any mistakes here. But Tᴜᴜ came to my training in DC. Actually, when I was at Alexandria, when I was visiting, when I was at Alexandria, shout out to Alexandria. He came to my training, and he actually called me before he got there. He said, Wesley, what should I bring to the training? I said, bring a laptop, bring your cell phone, and maybe a pen and paper, and you'll be good to go. As you guys can see in the slide, he showed up with no laptop, no notebook, no pen. I'm like, you called me the day before and what to bring. He said, hey, Wes, the way things is, I'm here. I said, but you called me and what to bring. Like, why would you ask me and not bring anything? So, like, I see a lot of laptops here, so that's good. I see notepads, we got you, so that's good. But he had nothing. Now, come to find out, a month and a half later, he won his first contract for $212,000 for security services in Athens, Georgia. I said, wow. And have anyone seen an interview with him on YouTube? Maybe not. Watch the video on YouTube. But I interviewed him, and he said, Wes, I didn't want to tell you this, but he said I could barely even make it to DC. He said, I had to borrow money. I had to borrow a friend, a car. I had to do everything I had to do to get to DC. And he was from Atlanta. He said, I missed you in Atlanta. And when I heard I missed Atlanta, and now you're going to be DC, I said, I got to do what I got to do. I said, wow. He said, I had to borrow money to get there. I said, wow. So he said, I didn't have a laptop. He said he actually ended up buying a laptop about a week or two later. But either way it goes, the framework we gave him, he still won a contract, y'all. So I'm here to tell you guys, you're going to get the same framework. You guys okay with that? All right, so that's Tᴜᴜ, man, and he's killing it now. I'm not going to read these. I'm not going to read these slides, but I put these in here, just some more student success, more award letters. At this point now, it's kind of funny. I think I get a message just about every other day of Dr. West, thank you so much. Dr. West, I won a contract. Every other day I get a message of someone winning a contract, every single day. And sometimes I get phone calls. And sometimes I get tears. But every day I get a message of someone winning a contract, and I can't wait to hear from you guys as well of the contracts that you guys win. So as you guys can see, we're not new to this. We've been doing this for a little bit now. We're having a lot of success here. Our student success is just skyrocketing. So I'm just going to submit this. But I will tell you this, if anyone wants to write this down, as you guys may or may not know, 20 bids is what you got to get to win your first contract. 1 out of 20. That's like the average win rate. Now, don't get me wrong. I had a person a week or two ago. He got in. He submitted 1 proposal and won. That does happen too. It's not, but don't rely on that to happen. I want to say get a 1 out of 20. Are you guys looking for seats? Yeah. Dang. You getting some chairs? Okay. All right. We filling this room. Okay. All right. We'll get under the table or something. We'll figure it out. All right. We'll figure it out. We're going to get you guys taken care of. All right. So, you on it. All right. I just saw you standing there. I was like, what's going on? So, how to make 6 and 7 figures a year in government contracting without doing the physical work. So, as you guys all have heard me say this, hopefully, is all work physical? I should hear big. No. Is all work physical? No, right? I like to give this example all the time for my new folks here. This is a construction site, right? That person swinging the hammer is obviously working, are they not? They're working. However, is the person in the truck who's the site manager who's sitting in the truck looking at the site, Is he working or she working? Yes. Is the person who owns the company at the house with their kids, who's got to manage the deals and line up the deals, is he working or she working? Yes, everyone's working. So all work is not physical. So I want you guys to kind of just, for my new folks here, I want you guys to know that's how we do government contracting as a middleman. All work isn't physical, and just want to paint that picture there. So how am I doing on time? I'm good? All right, because I'm like, I got a lot of things I want to cover. All right. I'm looking good? All right, I'm trying to think what I want to cover. I guess I will cover this. All right, whose fear is that if you win a contract and your sub doesn't fulfill it? Whose fear is that? Real fear. Absolutely, absolutely. I'll give you an example. I won a contract earlier on, I want to say my first year in government contracting, for porta potties out in, I think it was Oregon. Yeah, I think it was Oregon. Porta potties out in Oregon. Some of you guys know the story, some of you guys don't know the story. But I won that contract, and I signed the award letter. The next day, they were supposed to be there. I tell the sub to go ahead and deliver the porta potties. I find out the next day, they're not there. They didn't get delivered. So I get an email, or a call from the government that says, hey, the porta potties are not here. I said, okay. I called a subcontractor, hey, where the porta potties at? They say, we're out, we don't have any. We're out of stock. I'm like, I just got the quote like yesterday. They said, we're out of stock. They gave it to somebody else. I said, come to find out, they were a middleman. So it was a middleman of a middleman. I'm just like, oh, golly. But I got good news for you guys. Just so you guys know, when it comes to government contracting as a middleman, you got two options in that case. You can let an opportunity go. No big deal. You will win contracts after that. I've done that, and I'll show you guys that this week. Or you can become a problem solver. Anyone's got problem solving skills? Yes, you can become a problem solver. So I said, what should I do? I said, do you guys have any referrals? They said, yes, we do. I said, they gave me 3 numbers. I said, okay, thank you. I called the first sub. I said, do you guys got porta potties? They said, no. I called the second sub. They said, no. I called the third sub. They said, no. I said, golly, I'm stuck. But luckily, the last sub said, well, we know a woman. She's 2 hours west. She's got them. I said, okay, well, give me your number. So I called her up. I said, do you got them? She says, yeah, I got them. I said, can you get them there tomorrow? She said, yes, I can. I said, how much you gonna charge me? Because I'm like, oh, gosh, she's 2 hours out. And I'm like, long story short, there was still profit to be made. So we still made profit. And long story short, she was able to get them out there the next day. But the beautiful thing about this is, back to us working from home, she called me the next day when she delivered them, because I had to give her GPS coordinates. They were like in the middle of nowhere. It was for some type of camping event they had going on. I gave her GPS coordinates. She got them delivered. The next day she called me. She said it was a white knuckle drive the whole way in. She said it was a sharp cliff here, and it was the mountain here. And she said she was white knuckle the whole way in. And I said, bless your heart, man. Bless your heart. I really appreciate you. Well, this is a great team effort. I'm so happy. And I was happy because she got them there. But that's what I mean about solving problems. She got them there that next day. They got delivered. The rest is history. I paid her on the back end like I'm supposed to in government contracting. But to let you guys know is that the biggest thing I want you guys to learn about this is you got to be willing to solve problems, okay? When you guys open your computers here later today and we pull up sam.gov, the biggest thing we're going to see is problems. The reason the government is putting a solicitation out is because they have a problem. They need someone to clean the windows. They need someone to strip the paint off a plane and repaint it. It's a problem. And that's okay. When there's problems, all we got to do is we got to solve them, right? If you guys can become problem solvers, you can make some big money in this. Some real big money in it. I mean, I wish I had our one friend, Sean. I'll tell you his story later. Oh, there he is. I forgot my slide. It wasn't actually his problem solving, but Sean, he won a contract in Hawaii for lights to be dropped off. And the funny thing about Sean and this first one here, won the contract for $38,400. I want to say his profit was like $20,000 or something like that on that opportunity. But he actually went to Hawaii to go see it. I mean, who here would go to Hawaii if you won one in Hawaii? Yeah, it's a tax write-off, right? So he took his son out there to go see it. He said, this is my first contract. So he said, I'm probably going to need to like coordinate it. I probably got to put cones. I'm going to go to Walmart so I can put cones and tell them where to put the lights. He said he pulled up in the truck and he just sat there and watched them set it up. I said, yeah. I said, you didn't have to go there, man. He said, I know, but he's from Hawaii. So he said it wasn't a big deal. But long story short, you got to be a problem solver. And sometimes there's not going to be as problems as you guys think. You might think there might be a lot of problems, but there won't be a lot of problems. All right. Donnie. I want to show this slide because Donnie is also someone who got started with me really early on. And when I first got started with Donnie, I heard kids crying in the background. He had just had a newborn. He was trained to become a pilot, and he had a full-time job. Would you say he's busy? Pretty busy. I mean, long story short, you guys can see, I'm not going to go into the contract, but long story short, awarded 7 figures in government contracts, killing today. Germaine Williams, oh man, Germaine Williams, he came to me. He was a border patrol agent for the military, or for the government, and working at the border, making six figures doing that. And he told his wife, when I make more than 6 figures, when I make 6 figures doing this, I'm going to leave my job. He was able to do that in 3 months with government contracting. Now, again, I'm not saying you guys are just going to leave your jobs tomorrow. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to paint a picture what's possible with government contracting. Okay? And then he messaged me on TikTok that he won a $550,000 contract, 1 year to repair Air Force runway. His profit is $200K. Again, do you think he knows how to repair Air Force runway? No. He just put the deal together. So long story short, those are the 3 secrets to government contracting. We're going to be covering those in detail. The government will pay you $1,000 for skill sets you don't have. Who feels like this picture right here? Kind of got fire hose, a lot of information, all that good stuff. All right, so I got a question for you guys. Where's my team at? Moo, can you help me out? Can you help me bring this whiteboard upstage? Do you want to know how to make 6 and 7 figures a year in government contracting? Do you want to know how to actually do the middleman strategy and work with me and my team of coaches? If you do, all you got to do is book a phone call with us. You can book a phone call at www.thecontractingblueprint.com. It should be on the screen somewhere, maybe above me. www.thecontractingblueprint.com is also linked below. So what we'll do is we'll do a free 45-minute to hour phone call. I take some of the phone calls as I can. My team members take the phone calls. And what we'll do is we'll make sure you understand the middleman strategy, and it will tell you about our services. If we're a good fit for you, if you're a good fit for us, we hope so. If we are, then we'll help you guys win your first contract as well. So if you're interested, book a free phone call at the link above or below, and I'll see you guys there. All right, peace.